and he's made the airport come alive 200%. Hello Flight Simulator fans, welcome back to another Practically Geek video. Join me as I approach into Milford Sound in the south of New Zealand, and we are checking out another freeware airport today from one of my favourite creators of freeware scenery thus far, Sergio Del Rosso, and he's bringing to us something a little away from Europe this time, which again is it's Milford Sound in New Zealand. The approach and just the location of this airport is spectacular. I would very much love to see this in real life, and from the looks of Sergio's freeware, it looks like he's hit it up the park again with another excellent bit of scenery. The scenery itself, the default scenery, doesn't look that great, to be honest, I must admit. There's a lot of that was a tough one, wasn't it? There's a lot of kind of, if you look in the far distance there, the mountains, there's a lot of kind of smooth, untextured mountain sides, and they don't look great. The mountain tops on the right, just over there, just above the trees, do look good when they're up close, but as you can see just further left, they start getting a bit smooth and they don't look great. But from the looks of it, I think Sergio's gone ahead and fixed all that, which is great because it's not exactly part of the airport. It's actually, a few miles away. So what we'll do is we'll do our normal routine. We'll park at the gate and we'll head into drone mode. We'll take a look at the default scenery, and we'll then jump into the scenery from Sergio, as we have done a couple of times in these videos. So you'll rejoin me on the stand as I just taxi to the stand, and we will continue the video from there. Okay, so we're parked up on, I'd like to say, a stand. We're not really on a stand, we're kind of just in this kind of tarmacked area. There's a few general aviation aircraft parked there also, but there's no clear stand markings. There is a fuel pump just to the right there, but apart from that, the next thing we need to do is, as always, jump into the drone camera and just check out the default scenery as it is, not spend too much time there, and then we'll jump right into Sergio's freeware package, which I'm hoping will make this area a lot better. Okay, so we're now in the drone camera, and there is my Cessna 172. As you can see, as I was saying before, there's no clear markings. In fact, the planes don't look like they're in much order. There's this kind of, I'd imagine it's a river coming from this massive lake. Now, I think, I'm not too sure the level of sort of the SDK level of creators and kind of what they're able to do so far. I know there's kind of possibility, there's problems with placing snow on custom airports, etc. But this just looks like part of the lake, maybe even the start of a river. As I said before, the surrounding area is absolutely gorgeous. I would absolutely love to come here in real life. In fact, I'd love to go to anywhere in New Zealand and catch up with family. My wife has family there and I have family there, so yeah, I'd absolutely love it. And as you can tell, the scenery isn't amazing, and we've got this kind of weird concrete, I know it was part of a road, but it goes see-through there. These surrounding buildings, which again are just part of the AI, the Black Shark AI kind of trying to figure out what's going on. There's one being placed right in the trees there. There's a few others here if we're going to just go out on the boundaries of the airport. But airport in general isn't amazing, is it? I mean, it's one of the most bare I've seen. I mean, it's not a major airport. That being said, it's not. It's just got this. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the airport in real life yet. In fact, I haven't looked at Sergio's at all yet. I haven't seen it in simulation, so my reaction when I do these videos is genuine. I haven't seen them before inside the game. I've taken a look at the pictures of them, but I haven't loaded them into the game until, you know, we share it, if you like. So there's not much to look at. There's a taxiway which I exit there. There's a lovely looking river that hopefully Sergio has done something to. There's another lake over there, and the surrounding mountains, as you can see, aren't great. The tops look better and the kind of the groundwork, but down the sides isn't good. Okay, so I think that's enough. There's this little kind of, looks like there's a building there in this satellite imagery rather, the flat, and the texture of the concrete changes by the looks of it as well. So, and there's these anomalies here as well. Maybe they're something, maybe they've got buildings by them. And yeah, I mean, it's one of the most, I tell you what, the runway's quite big for kind of a in the middle of nowhere airport. Let's have a look. It's narrow, but it's a decent size. If I'd done my homework, I'd be able to tell you, but I haven't looked at the runway size. Okay, that's it. I'm going into Sergio's FREEWARE, and we will try and start kind of near to where we started last time. So yeah, I'm going to load that in for you guys now, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, so we are back in Milford Sound Airport, and immediately you will see some differences. We have now got an outer perimeter fence in place with some like pallets and debris to the right. We are kind of still in the same position as we left off in, but maybe a couple of, you know, meters, yards off. As you can see, there's not marked out proper stands now. I would say more there's more kind of separation. We've got these cones. The planes, the one sort of nitpicking kind of OCD thing, like just a minor thing, that these static aircraft look like they've got this kind of animation of the propellers going, which obviously isn't right. It should be more like this, but it doesn't matter, because what I'm going to show you now is we now have a proper airport look. Here is the genuine building. We've got more airport crew. These are having a little chat down here and will be told off in due course by the management team, who's probably going to dock their wages, but there you go. We've got some static helicopters, a proper entrance, and look, we've got this proper road that runs around the sort of the outside of the airport. And Sergio hasn't just gone ahead and done the airport. He's done all these areas here with proper roads, some more car parking here. He's put some docks in so you can see static boats and more cars. So he's gone ahead and done the outer perimeter of the airport, as well as some details in the shallow waters. I think he also removed the little river that I was in before. I think it was around this place. He's put some more trees in. He's gone ahead and completely redone the airport. And look at these little. This is similar to the one of the Nepal airports he did. He put some like rocks in and some different foliage, and he's made the airport come alive. 200%. It looks absolutely amazing. Some fuel tanks, more sorry, they're the static helicopters from before. As you can tell, there was a building here. I was saying it looks like there was something here. There is, and he's put that in with some wooden pallets and planks down the side. Over here, these little bits of concrete that we could see in the ground area, I'm assuming they're helipads. I'm assuming this area, because it's the way it is, the scenery, there's a lot of helicopter flights around this area. The runway looks like it has been retextured as far as I can tell. He definitely has changed it, because there was kind of a lighter tarmac at the bottom. He's put more rocks and detailing around this area. It looks absolutely amazing. There's some birds that are hovering in a weird kind of way, but Anyway, it looks incredible, and if you come around here, he's done another little like a boat area, like a dock, and that looks amazing too. Different, not just the repeated boats, the different types of boats. And the outer perimeter around here, the other side of the airport, he's put roads, like we were looking at these buildings before, he's put actual roads, and that makes sense now. They all join up and they go around the perimeter of the airport along the bottom of the runway. And the one other biggest thing is this mountain range here is completely being redone, and that's amazing. There's actual rocks there, and it doesn't look as bad. I think further out, slightly further along, the mountain ranges still have that kind of smoothness to them, but in terms of the actual airport vicinity, it looks a hell of a lot better. It is so good. The details that he always puts into his work as well. I do have another airport freeware by Sergio being I'm going to do it soonest, but it's probably going to be the next video that I do, so keep an eye out for that. It's going to be an Austrian airport. So we've moved away from Nepal, and for the first few we've gone into New Zealand here in Milford Sound, which is insane. There's so much detail. It's only a small airport, but he's redone the whole area around the airport, so when you are flying in and out or even doing circuits, you're going to get a lot of detail, and it's not going to look definitely as bad as it looked. It looked really bad. So what I will do now is go into the nighttime view. I started doing this in sort of later on in my videos, not in the first couple, and I'll show you what it looks like at nighttime. Okay, so it's about 1 AM in the morning, and yeah, I must say the night lighting looks good. There is no lights on the runway, but I believe this is an actual thing to do with the real airport. According to the chart of the real airport, there is no night lighting, so I'd imagine because of the mountains and the sheer amount of mountains and how dangerous I imagine it is to kind of fly at night around here, which it probably isn't allowed, so that must be the reason. The area itself is just lit up by the control tower and the hangars and a couple of ground lights here. The only other lights we have are from the the fuel stand there, and then the dock areas and like the small town areas. But as you can see, it is just mostly the night sky that lights this area up. If anything, some lights are in the dock area over here that Sergio created, and the town here, the little town next to the airport. But you know, because this is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and it's there's not major cities around it, you're not gonna find much lighting, and I think it's done well enough here. I don't really have much to add on that. It's perfect as it is. It sets the scene, and if you look here now, you can see the stars, and I'd imagine if you go to Milford Sound and kind of stargaze, you would get a really good outcome because of it being so rural and out in the open. So we don't, I can imagine that Milford Sound doesn't get much rain, maybe thunderstorms and stuff like that, and snow. I don't think it gets much snow, but we will check those out. So here's Milford Sound in the pouring rain. You can see the windsock there is blowing, but I'd imagine it would blow a bit. Looks like it's quite windy, so there's still this kind of anomaly type thing here in the middle of the runway, so maybe that's just something that's there, but it does have this kind of transparent effect. Not too sure if that's a thing, but as always, Sergio's work is great, so I'm sure that might be something that's there. I haven't really got much to say. That it looks great, as always. The rain effects in the game are great. The atmosphere and how they rain drops to the ground and appears as puddles on the ground. Looks amazing, as well as the short grass here collecting puddles. Again, it looks great, and I think he is making use of PBR materials and the solar panels and the windows and the doors, because there's reflections going on there. But yeah, generally, you know, again, looks amazing. Let's see what it looks like in the snow. And again, the snow, I would say that it looks better compared to some other works I've seen, because especially the runway, the tarmac sort of taxiways wouldn't collect. They would collect snow, but they would be obviously treated because the planes need to go there. So these edgings here of the grass and the collection of bits of snow in the grass here look really, really great. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure if Milford Sound gets any snow, if any, and if it does, I'm sure again it looks amazing. There's little bits over here that maybe don't make a bit much sense, but that might not be anything to do with the airport itself. But again, just the game itself looks great in all weather, and this airport also looks great. What I would say is there seems to be a bit of popping up and down of the static aircraft, especially the Cessna Caravan. As you can see, the Cessna Caravan seems to do like a whack-a-mole type of thing, and then the Bonanza, I think it is, in the corner here seems to go up and down. If you have a look, it seems to drop underneath the ground in certain times. But you know, that's something that I'm sure Sergio couldn't fix. What I would say is, look at that reflection. Again, that seems to have dropped in and out. If I go a bit lower or a bit closer, that's a bit of a shame. But again, these are all nitpicks on my side, really. I can't do any of this. That looks amazing, that reflection though. Another really good freeware add-on from Sergio Del Rosso. You can pick up this work over on flightsim.to or flightsim.2, however you might want to call it. I have put the link in the description, and all you need to simply do is download the file, unzip it, and pop the folder into your community folder. I have got a video in my videos shows you how to do that and how to find your community folder, rather, if you're having trouble finding it. If you are liking my videos, I've got more to come. I've got another one from Sergio Del Rosso in Austria. I think that's called St. Joan. And I have two from the team at NZA, which I've done before. They produce really, really high quality freeware add-ons. I won't be surprised if their work ends up being payware, or they do offer some payware add-ons soon. Because their work is absolutely amazing, as is Sergio Del Rosso. So I have my next video will be from him in Austria, and then my following two freeware add-on videos will be from the guys at NZA. I'm looking forward to doing that. One of those is is it Newport? I could be wrong. I need to look at what the names of the airports are. One is Rotorua, I think it's called, or Rotorua. But yeah, I've got those two going up as well. As for this, absolutely, definitely recommend this airport. I recommend all of Sergio's work. I'm not endorsed by him. I don't do any kind of sort of, you know, promotion for Sergio, or neither do I for the NZA team. I just really, really have enjoyed all of their files so far. So yeah, if you need another good New Zealand airport, then definitely pick this one up. My name is Practically Geek. If you are enjoying these videos, subscribe and like, and throw me some comments. Tell me if you are enjoying them, or if there's something I can do more or add to. I appreciate everyone's support, everyone's views so far, and I will see you again very, very soon.